Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I was planning on coming back when the inclination burn was done, and I did! I started recording another episode and we set up this encounter, or rather not encounter, but we set up this node and we are going to be pretty close actually, 10,000 kilometers or so. However, it was an hour-long burn, so I decided to just scrap that couple of minutes and come in towards the end of the burn. As you can see, we are 21 minutes over the node right now, and it's a very lengthy burn. We do still have a lot of Delta V left, so that's good. We will need some of it. A fair amount of it, in fact. And our thrust to weight is going up. We have burned out these side tanks, and these center stack tanks are slowly burning out. But that is our Hohmann transfer burn done. Inclination was already completed. Hohmann transfer is complete as of, here in just a couple of seconds. There we go. Hohmann transfer burn complete. So the next thing we need to do is simply match velocities with target at closest approach. So let's go ahead and create and execute. Let's go ahead and create and execute. There we go. That's more like it. 402.6 kilometers at closest intersect. Okay. That'll be pretty great. So this is still 2 years and 155 days out. So it'll take us a little bit of time to warp there, but that's not a huge deal. Like I said, all I did was the Hohmann transfer burn, and it was an hour-long burn. With time acceleration, it was a 15-minute burn. So between that and the remainder of the burn for the inclination, that would have been basically the full episode right there. So I decided to just cut out that 15 minutes. Granted, this is going to be a pretty lengthy burn too, but not hugely. We've got the Delta V to get there, though. That's the important thing. And our thrust to weight is going up. It is going up. Every second that we burn, we have less fuel to push, which is nice. So this is it. We are finally on our way. As far as where we want to place this thing, basically anywhere, I think. I don't really care where this particular one goes, although maybe on the opposite side, maybe close to them, I don't know. There's nowhere that we want Kerbals from here to go, though. They will be living in these habitation modules, and then they can hop out here, and just use the crew hatches and EVA their way around. That's the idea, anyway. Why have we not been warping? Oh, we are warping. What am I talking about? I was just looking down here and it was not going very much. And I was a little on the confused side. I was like, do I have to put another cut in here? I don't want to. I've wasted a lot of time already, but no, we're good. We're good. As far as this 18-minute burn goes, at 4x time acceleration, that won't be that bad. It'll just be like 4.5 minutes. So I don't think I'll cut that out unless it's actually twice that. But it shouldn't be. That should be relatively accurate because we're not changing anything, yeah? So, I don't know. Hopefully that's accurate. I wish we could time accelerate a little bit faster sometimes, but at the same time, I recognize time acceleration tends to break a lot. So maybe it's a good thing that you can't go faster than 4x. At any rate, we should be docking with this thing and finishing our station this episode. That's the goal. As to getting it around BOP, that depends on how much we've mined in the past couple of years. That's pretty much all there is to it. So, if we've mined a sufficient quantity, great. If we've not mined a sufficient quantity, well, I'm sorry, but we're not going to make that contract in that case, probably. I mean, we do still have time. There is that. As far as actually moving the thing goes, I don't know. The grabber units, I've noticed the grabber units are a weak point. They don't really like turning very much. We'll have to see how exactly that works. It'll probably work a lot better if the rock doesn't just have enormous amounts of inertia like it does right now, but we'll have to see. However, this time warp is nearly completed, and we will be getting quite close, quite soon, to our base, way out here in the middle of nowhere. Of course, we do have our relay antennas on here, which is handy. I mean, we only needed one. I put 2 on so that we'd have symmetrical weight. Realistically, we could have had only 1 and then use it to assist the gravity turn, but I kind of didn't want to bother with that. So, it is what it is. But this is a much better stage design. There's no doubt about that. How much RCS did we use? Not a ton. We used some. I mean, we used about half. Almost exactly half, but it's fine. We've got plenty. Okay, so this burn will be happening right now, and it looks like it will be a half-hour burn. Lovely. Okay, well, I mean, at 4x time acceleration, that won't be as bad as it could be, I suppose. It'll be a 28-minute burn, but we have to burn through a lot of fuel anyway, so it's all good. Realistically, we are currently matching velocities with the target, and I think I just messed up the maneuver. Okay, we're good. There we go. Excellent. Now, I'm not going to mess up the maneuver again. That's always very obnoxious. We are not time accelerated right now, and we should be time accelerated because we have 25 more minutes to burn, and I do not want this entire episode to be this burn. So at 4x time acceleration, it will take us 4 minutes to get through a 20-minute burn. No, it'll take us 5 minutes to get through a 20-minute burn. Ugh. So, I mean, if you don't want to be here for me babbling for the rest of the burn, just skip ahead 5-6 minutes. Skip to, like, I don't know, 12 minutes. That'll be fine. For those of you who are interested, I have nothing to talk about. So, do you have a topic? No. Why would you? Okay, so I need to think of something to talk about. How about the fact that... Let's go back to talking about game dev, actually. That seems like a good thing to talk about. Is game dev on this channel, like beginning to end development of an entire game, something that you would be interested in seeing? It's something that I might be interested in making, but it is a huge time investment. And also, furthermore, I don't really have time in the week, I think, to produce a 5th daily series. So that means that the game dev would potentially take one of the gameplay slots, as it is right now. And it would be probably a pretty long-term thing. Like, it would run for several months at least. So, I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about doing, but I'm not 100% sold on actually doing it on the channel. I have some great game ideas, don't get me wrong. I have no shortage of ideas for stuff that we could make. But the question is that something that would be interesting? And that's not a question that I can answer, I don't think. So if you've got an opinion on it, please let me know. I would be very, very interested to know if that's something that you would like to see. However, one thing to note, unlike a lot of game dev on YouTube, it would be pretty raw. I'd be developing things for the first time, so we'd be, looking things up. We'd be trying to figure out how exactly we wanted to proceed. There would be some downtime, like this, where I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how exactly does this function work? Why is it not giving me what I'm expecting? Things like that. So it would not be... It would be pre-recorded, but it wouldn't be pre-prepared the way a lot of like Unity tutorials are, where they already have a way to go through it, but they don't... But they re-implement it on camera, essentially. It would not be that. It would be the first time implementation, and it might be bumpy. I mean, that's not unusual for my channel, but it would be raw, and it would be bumpy, and it would be interesting, I think. But more importantly, it would give me a good excuse to finish some of the game projects that I have. I would restart them, to be sure, but it would allow me to finish them, which is something that I have struggled with game development in the past. That's something a lot of game developers have a problem with, of course, is finishing projects. It's so much more exciting to start a new project and just start working on a new architecture and get it put together all cleanly, and it's great, as opposed to going into an existing project and you're just like, this is so much spaghetti. I don't know where anything is. It's a lot easier and a lot more fun. However, having the expectation of the channel would definitely give me a lot of reason to keep doing it. So it's something I've been thinking about doing, and I'm not sure if it would fit the channel or not. So let me know if it's something that you would like to see or not. If it is something that you would like to see, I would like to produce it. And I may or may not produce it anyway, even if nobody responds to this video. I mean, I told people to skip this section, so maybe you don't watch this, but that's okay. Ultimately, the decision will be mine, but I would like input on that. So let me know if it's something you want to watch. Everything would be on camera, development of every asset from beginning to end, all scripts, everything. And we probably start with something relatively simple-ish. Like, I have a couple of completed game designs that I've never really gotten super far with developing. So that would be some interesting things. I'd be able to restart it and do some implementation of that sort of thing. And it would also allow you guys to contribute to the development process by having ideas, or if you happen to be a 3D modeler and you think that my pathetic attempts are not worthy, then you could replace it or whatever. But, I mean, ultimately, the decision is up to you guys, and we'll see. But hey, this burn is, well, I mean, why would I say the decision is up to you guys? The decision is up to me, but I would like input from you guys before I make that decision. But this burn is almost over, at long last. I actually managed to talk that whole time. I am impressed with myself. Okay, so our target velocity is 0.0 meters per second. Nice! What is our separation? I don't know. Let's, come on. Oh, come on. Apparently not. I want to set the Snedgus Mark VI lander as focus so that we can actually zoom in on it. However, that apparently is not going to be an option. So let's go ahead and... Oh, come on. I can't choose behind it. What if I go over here and manage to... Come on. There we go. What if I manage to zoom in on it? Can I get it here? Oh. Oh. Got it. Set as target. Aw, yeah. Fantastic. Okay, distance of about 9 million meters. So let's go ahead and think about burning towards the target at a decent speed. Maybe about 100 meters per second, thereabouts, and then we'll warp in a bit. Okay, so towards the target. So this is only going to take like 200 delta V to get a lot closer. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This is still going to be a lengthy burn, but I'm going to go ahead and physics warp that burn. 20 meters per second. 40 meters per second. 60. 80. And I cut it early. 100. There we go. Let's switch over to target minus. And what is our current separation at closest approach? 0.5 kilometers. Okay, so we'll match velocities at closest approach again. Create and execute. 0.4 kilometers. Fantastic. Okay, so we're just gonna get closer, and we'll be very, very close indeed, and we'll be able to just use all of our delta V to our advantage. Well, not all of it. We'll be able to use the fact that we have delta V still to our advantage. Perfect. Okay, so where is this burn? Right here? Apparently this burn is right here. Okay. So that's 0.9 kilometers. So yeah, we're going to be extremely close together. Where are we right now? I saw it, actually. Oh, there it is. 1.5 kilometers away. Look at that. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. Okay. Well, we are going to be overshooting it a little bit, it looks like. But that's fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. So once we get over here, we're going to be overshooting it a fair amount, actually. But we were able to get quite a lot closer, so that's what is important. We're under 1 kilometer away. Okay, that was an interesting little thing that just happened. But let's go ahead and burn towards the target. I would like to set the center of mass as target, but I think we're still too far away. So let's go ahead and move towards the target at about 10 meters per second. There we go. Fantastic. And I am going to go ahead and arm our grabbing unit. Come on, there we go. Arm and control from here. There we go. Okay. So, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to do a braking maneuver right at around 100 meters out. We're going to need to brake our 10 meters per second, obviously. We do not want to impact that thing at 10 meters per second. No doubt about that. And I wouldn't mind overshooting it, now that I look at where we're currently at. So, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to be breezing right on by here pretty soon. So let's just kind of let that happen, although I am going to quick save just in case anything happens. There we go. Yeah. So our 2 rockets are on this side. I'd kind of like to land on the other side, just so that we have almost guaranteed electricity flow. And let's also go ahead and target the center of mass. Okay. Fantastic. Smart ASS, of course, doesn't know what to do with that, but let's go ahead and go to retrograde. And we'll pass this thing right on by. And are you going to go to retrograde? Come on. You can do it. There we go. Okay. 10.3. Let's start this burn. I just don't want to be getting too far away, because this is a very slow turn. Okay, 4 meters per second. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's just burn towards the target at this point. And let's go at about 5 meters per second. Actually, let's just go at 1 meter per second. From here, we should be able to very easily just warp in a bit. I'm going to make a quick save, though. And let's just warp in. We're just coming in at 1 meter per second. Kind of an awkward angle, though. So let's go ahead and adjust our angle. Okay. Let's... Oh, please stop. Please stop, RCS. I'm just trying to adjust our angle here. No, seriously. No, seriously. Just Stop. Stop. I'm just trying to adjust here. There we go. Now, no, don't RCS. Just point at target. Okay. Angle adjusted, sort of. Go to kill rot. And let's just adjust this right on back. Please stop, SAS. Please. There we go. RCS off. Point at target. And here we go. We should latch right on. Theoretically. Gonna make another quick save just to be on the safe side, and we should grab... There we go. Excellent. So, we have 3 engineers on the station, don't we? I put 3 engineers in. What the heck? No crew. What? Why are there no engineers in here? I remember putting 3 engineers on that. Also, please stop waggling. Sheesh. That is a little obnoxious. So why are there no 3 engineers here? I remember explicitly putting engineers in this. Also, we're not drilling again. Why aren't we drilling? Start harvesting. We should be harvesting. Why are we waggling so much? Oh boy. We should be harvesting here as well. Come on. Please stop waggling. No, seriously. There's... Do we have somebody with SAS on? Like... Oh, we have SAS on. There we go. Now we shouldn't waggle as much, theoretically. Okay. So... Why did we not have 3 engineers on there, is the question that I have right now. And I don't know the answer to that question. Because we definitely should have. I explicitly remember putting engineers on this. Which is a little strange. As far as the 6,000 units of fuel, we will have that. That's just a matter of time. So, the 3 engineers should be here. So why aren't they? Well, let's go back to the Space Center real quick and see if they're there. Like, did they just get off? Did they get off the boat? I explicitly remember putting everyone but Valentina onto the boat. So what is going on with that? Well, come on. Go ahead and load. One of these days. There we go. These 3 hopped off the boat. Why did they hop off the boat? Well, that shouldn't be a thing, in my opinion. They should have been on that rocket. I didn't check because I didn't think I had to, because I knew I put them all on. So... Okay, well, I'm going to see what I can do about that, because I know I put them on. So I'm going to put a cut in here, and I'll come back next episode with what I decide to do about that. See you all next time.